Everyone, I want to show you a little bit on how to get a quick start with Airtable. Airtable is a really powerful tool that you can utilize to organize your workflow, track projects, track inventory. It's really, really awesome. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. So right now I'm going to start sharing my screen. So when you first start with Airtable, you have something called the workspace. Think of the workspace. As I click here, that's one of my workspaces that's highlighting in blue. The workspace is like your house, and then you have these smaller sections called bases. Here we have a couple. Bases are like the rooms, so they all kind of ladder up and belong in the house, but they act for a specific thing. So to add a base, you can click on this plus here and hit start with a template, import data, or start from scratch. For this, we'll start from scratch and we'll do uh, snack orders. I'm hungry. I guess that's why I want to do snacks. So we're going to click on that. And then you have these cool little icons in here, and you can click on different things to represent it. I love that. I think the icons are the best. Okay, so now we're going to click right in here. Now we have snack orders. This is what the basic interface looks like. It kind of looks like Excel, but it's definitely got more customization that you can do with each thing. So this top row here, these are some of the tools you can do to sort and filter group data. You can also color code things, but that comes with a level up subscription. These here look similar to columns in Excel, but in Airtable we call them fields. To edit them, you can just double click. It's pretty intuitive. So let's call this snack type. Okay. So let's say we want potato chips. Potato chips, Snickers. We probably need something healthy. Oranges, fruit snacks. Okay. So you can have a couple different inputs here for our snacks here. Say we want to track our snacks. Some offices have snacks. We don't, but you may have snacks. So we might want to know when did we last order it, right? So we could put ordered. All right. So if the potato chips are ordered, we can click on that, right? We can add a. So what I'm doing here is I'm clicking on the little separator line, right clicking, and it gives me all these different options. And I'm hitting insert right, and that's how I'm adding a new field. So within these new fields, you have all these different options. Look at this, super cool, right? You can link to another record. That's great when you have data that builds on each other, so you can have multiple tables. A single line of text is what I typed in over here for the snack type. That's kind of the starter of Airtable. People tend to first start to treat it like Excel and just type everything in, but there's so much more that you can do with it. You can do long text, so if you need to put in a longer description. Attachments are great too. So say for this, for the snack order, you had a purchase order of like a box of potato chips. You can attach a purchase order to that. So then when your business manager goes in, they can double check it. Check boxes, it seems simple, the use of a checkbox here. it's a really powerful tool when you start sorting data out. So that's really important. So some other things you can utilize, multiple select. So if you're selecting data that would go into multiple categories, a single select, maybe it's a point person that you have in charge of a project. You want to have a single select. Collaborator, somebody you're working with. Dates. Dates are really good to organize. You can have start dates, end dates, implementation dates, and then some more categories that seem familiar: phone numbers, emails, URLs, numbers, in case you need to number your entries. Also, a really good tool when you're organizing the data. Currency, budget. We all have budgets, right? So you put your budget number in there. Percents, duration, all of these are really cool. Formula. So this is definitely a more advanced one. There's some awesome Airtable content creators that can do magic with formulas. So that's how you can really customize your data even more so than what Airtable can do in this plug and play kind of format. So, and one of my favorites, last modified by, if you work with a pretty big team like I do, this is a great way to see, okay, how long has this data been here and who touched it last? Then you can go back to see if projects have been dormant, things like that. So those are just kind of a little bit about the fields that you can add. So here you can type in some notes. I like potato chips. Yum. So that's an example. And then attachments, this is what it looks like. You can hit attach and you can drop it from all these different avenues. So also really helpful. And status, oh, here's some just basic statuses they have plugged in here, but you can customize it by saying ordered. And now we have it ordered. So that's one example on how to kind of populate the data. And if you want to learn a little more about how to view the data, that's what grid views are, then check out our next video.